Now, reeling from high inflation and the effects of COVID restrictions, reduction in tax rates and a hike in the tax saving deduction and salary continues to remain the demands of middle class. At a time when most of the employees are working from home and there's additional cost for mobile and internet, there's also a call for separate tax deduction towards home office expenses. Now, in our budget special series, today we focus on the salaried middle class of the country. Government has an uphill task to keep up its pro-middle class image ahead of polls in 5 states, reduce the pandemic-induced pressure on their finances while focusing on economic recovery and arresting unemployment. Amidst all the uncertainties and challenges, what the wish list of the taxpayers look like? Shweta Verma has more.
Changes in tax slabs, options to save their hard-earned money, more jobs and better public infra. The aspirations of the salaried middle class, like every year, pins several hopes on the union budget. And being the group which pays a large percentage of India's income taxes, they have every right to do so. This year as well, the wish list of the middle class and the small savers is ready and needs the FM's attention.
Union Budget 2022 is all set to be released by Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman within few days. What is more important here is after 2 years living in pandemic, people are still suffering and people are hoping and they have high aspirations with this upcoming Union Budget.
For middle class people, I don't think that we have got anything, any major thing, any solid thing that could help us in last 7-8 years from this government. Still we are hoping that this year might, because they have lost in few states, so this year they might consider middle class people, lower middle class people, and they should give some relief or some benefit to middle class people.
The electricity cost has almost increased, and the other household expenses for like shopping, grains and everything, means each and everything from means whatever the day-to-day basic need, whatever we required, these days day by day getting means getting very expensive. And apart from that, the cost of the fuels like diesel and petrol, due to that the vegetables, grains, oils and everything are getting expensive. So what I request the government, means especially our finance minister, to please consider and bring this petrol and diesel in the GST.
The rising inflation is showing its big impact on the kitchen-related expenditure of households. Food items are getting costlier and the middle-class families are not amused.
कोविड की वजह से तो हम लोग को मतलब बहुत हो गया, डिफरेंट हुआ है। पहले कुछ थोड़ा ठीक है, कोविड की वजह से अपना अभी काम धाम सब बंद है हम लोग का। इसके वजह से हम लोग को घरेलू चीज पे असर पड़ रहा है, खान पीन जो भी अपना हर चीज पे असर पड़ रहा है हम लोग को। मेरा बस ये रिक्वेस्ट है कि ये सब जो घरेलू चीज है आम पब्लिक के लिए, सबके लिए ये चीज कम होना ही चाहिए। ये जब ज्यादा रहेगा तो जो गरीब हो उनका तो नहीं हो पाएगा गुजारा, जो मिडिल क्लास हैं थोड़ा जो ऐसे रहेंगे उन लोग का तो हो जाएगा ऊपर नीचे, मगर जो एकदम गरीब है उन लोग का कैसे होगा।
Lakhs of households across India lost their means of livelihood during the pandemic. The Guptas are one such family in Mumbai. This household was being supported by Mr. Gupta's income of 35 years until COVID claimed his job.
जब से कोविड का प्रतिबंध लगा तब से हम घर पे ही बैठे हैं और बड़ी बड़ी कंपनियां भी सब ऑनलाइन प्रोसेस चालू कर दी, तो हमारा तो रोजगार ही खत्म हो गया। हम तो ऑलरेडी घर पे ही बैठे हैं बेरोजगार। गवर्नमेंट से यही उम्मीद है कि ये जो स्टोर है प्रधानमंत्री योजना वाला, इसको ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा बढ़ाया जाए ताकि गरीब जनता को सस्ती दवाई मिले।
We speak about this family, there's also working class, there's Indian women working in kitchen and also there's senior citizens. They have so many concerns, but at the same time they are high on their hopes that this union budget will give them some kind of exemption from tax slabs and some kind of relief when it comes to the inflation, when it comes to medicines and when it comes to child health care. With video journalist Sahil, this is Shweta Verma reporting for Mirror Now.